Today I am so honored to interview one of the greats here in our local tennis scene. She is a 10 title holder in PCA, that is the Philippine Colombian Association. Guys, this is the most prestigious tournament here in the Philippines. She has numerous international accolades in both padel and tennis. The one and only Marian Capadocia. Marian, welcome to the Scorecard.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, I know, Marian, that you started tennis when you were a little girl, I think at 8, no?
8 years old, yes.
And then professionally, you started playing at 15,
15,
correct?
yes.
So walk us through that journey. Like when you first picked up a racket, was it love at first sight?
No, I think I'll get emotional if we go back there.
It's okay, let's get emotional.
Anyway, so first of all, my siblings are playing tennis. And then they're traveling kasi like in the province lang, pero different provinces. So ako, sinasama nila ako. But then, one time, iniwan nila ako because sabi nila, lagi daw ako kumakain, dami kong hinihingi, something like that. So that time, iniwan nila ako and then napaisip ako, sabi ko, iniwan nyo ako, sige, next time ako naman magdadala sa inyo sa ibang bansa. But then I really do kasi nadala ko yung parents ko sa ibang bansa, Amsterdam, and then my ate in Malaysia, and my other siblings in Paris. Ganun.
Because of your career.
Yeah, because of tennis. Yes, yeah. So doon nag-start lahat, and then parang I was like loving the sports na. Kasi parang nung high school ako, hindi na ako nangingi sa parents ko ng baon because I have my own money na. So sabi ko, okay, sige, tutuloy ko tong sports na to, and then maybe it changed my life. It will change my life. So, ayun.
What was that point, that pivotal moment for you when you realized na, ay, sobrang galing ko pala sa tennis, I can make this a career?
You know what? Yun, actually, a lot of people saying na yun yung maganda sa akin. Kasi starting from the bottom and then nung umangat na ako or nag-number 1 sa Philippines, I never really thought na number 1 ako or I never really think na nag-number 1 ako or magaling ako. Like every time I played, sabi ko, no, mas magaling sila. So, yun yung naggustuhan ng mga tao sa akin na I never really care kung anong rank ko sa Philippines, basta maglalaro lang ako ng tennis. So,
correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to your first ever PCA championship as a title holder. I think that was back in when you were 60 years old.
Yeah, 16.
Tama ba? You were the
2012.
youngest champion ever to hold this title sa PCA, the most prestigious tournament here in the Philippines for tennis.
Yeah.
Take us back to that moment, Marian. When you won that title, how did it feel like to break that record as the youngest?
Actually, hindi ko siya alam na ako yung pinaka-youngest na holder ng PCA. But then, before that, grabe yung training ko just to get that title. Kasi before I won the tournament, parang 2 years na nag-try ako to join the Women's Open. So, hindi talaga kinaya. Kasi parang lack of training, lack of support, gano'n.
Yes.
But then sabi ko sa sarili ko, wait lang, kailangan ko mag-work hard. Kahit wala akong trainer, kahit wala akong coach, only my dad and my brother. So sabi ko, okay, I'll work hard this time. So parang lahat ng workouts, parang sarili ko lang, hindi nila minamando. Like, they're not saying na, oh, you have to run, you have to practice, ganyan.
Ano ba yung dream mo for Philippine tennis? Ano yung pangarap mo dito?
Not really a dream, but then I hope na sa mga young athletes na umaangat these days, sana supportahan nila and then not to look where they came from or like kung mayaman sila or mahirap sila, you know. As long as meron silang talent and then they're really working hard para sa sports nila, then I hope they can help that kids.
Ano pa ba yung magagawa ng public figures natin, businessmen, to help elevate the sport of tennis in the Philippines?
I think if they wanted to support like a sports like lawn tennis, kasi there's some of the like private sector na they want na mag-champion ka agad, but then tennis is not like that eh. You have to help them from the bottom until they will be successful.
Grassroots,
Yeah, so like, kunyari, you started helping them but they're not winning. So, dapat from the bottom, susuportahan nila until they see na there's like improvement sa laro nila. But then I hope like dapat ganun yung magiging mindset din ng other, you know, private sector or whatever.
So let's talk about your paddle career naman, because I was stalking your social media
Yeah, I
kanina,
know.
and I just found out, I think, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the whole of Asia Pacific, you're ranked number 3rd. Tama ba?
Yes,
So
I
take us through that enthusiasm for paddle, from tennis to paddle. How was that journey like for you?
It's actually there's one tennis player who invited me to play padel. After the pandemic. So ako, I was like, okay, sige, try natin kasi it looks like fun kasi. And then there's no tennis tournament before. Parang hindi siya stressful.
Yes.
So sabi ko, sige, laro tayo araw-araw. Then sabihan natin sila. But then, I played the first time with Senator Pia. So nag-enjoy kami.
Paddle player din
Yeah,
siya.
she's a...
You guys were in the same national team,
Yes.
right? Representing the
She's
Philippines.
our founder.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. And then she's very supportive kasi talaga sa paddle. That's why then I love playing paddle because of her. Kasi parang simula nung nag-start ako, siya talaga yung nag-support sa akin. Doon din ako miram ng racket ko.
Ako rin mismo, I've tried paddle before from tennis, and I can see there's still a striking difference between the two. But you did mention earlier that to you, it still feels the same. Like yung muscle memory mo, kuhang-kuha pa rin yung movements from tennis to paddle. Ano ba yung differences?
Actually, the paddle and tennis, yung court, ganito kahaba. But then in paddle, it's like half court lang with the walls.
With walls,
yeah. Yung racket niya is like a paddle talaga, but then with the carbon, you know. So, ayun, parang if you play paddle, it's more like rallies, not like patay agad yung bola. Kasi if you do smash kasi sa paddle, pwede mo siyang takbuhin kasi it will bounce a wall lang.
That's true.
So you can put it back.
That's true.
Like,
so it's a
lagi.
different technique. So what do? You slice it, tama ba?
Yeah, you have to volley slice na pababa para hindi nila makuha. But then if you're professional, lahat yan makukuha nila. So mahabang rally before you get the point. Yeah,
Fun talaga ng paddle. Okay, so Marian, before we wrap up with this interview, for all of our aspiring tennis players watching right now, ano ba yung maibibigay mo sa kanila na number 1 advice, golden advice?
Number 1, I think you have to have a heart sa sports, and also dapat may support ng family mo, and of course pray to God always kasi ako, whenever I play, I always pray to God. Whenever I'm in bad situation, it's always God.
Always.
And,
Even in good situations,
yeah, it's always God. So, yan lang. Kasi I've been in bad situation also before in the tennis. Tapos sabi ko, okay, I'll just pray for it. Kasi 3 months ako nawala sa tennis eh. But I don't know why.
Injury?
No, not injury. But then they put me out. I was number 1 in the Philippines that time. No SEA Games for 2 years or 3 years. No SEA Games. So I was like, my sister told me na, ayan mo lang, just pray. And then after 3 months, nabalik ako dun sa Philippine team, and then everything else follows, you know. So yun, I think the number 1 advice, dedication, prayers, and also train hard and have this discipline.
Yun talaga.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So nice to see
Thank you.